Young and the Restless weekly spoilers July 8 to 12. Sharon spirals and Adam hates himself. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. The Young and the Restless spoilers show Tracy Abbott, Beth Maitland, in Paris, surprised by the unexpected arrival of Danny Romalotti, Michael Damian, and Christine Cricket Blair, Laura Lee Bell. Meanwhile, tensions rise as Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, and Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, argue over how to handle the Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, situation with Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller, and Harrison Locke, Redding Munsell. And our spoilers also show Victor Newman, Eric Braden, imparts wisdom on Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron. He warns her about getting too close to Kyle. Notably, the drama escalates when Kyle reveals that he's taken over as the boss at GLAAD, and he intends to bring down Jack Abbott's, Peter Bergman, company Jabot. As the week unfolds on Young and the Restless, Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, manages to make Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, feel guilty. Also, while Audra Charles, Zalika Silver, enjoys her newfound power at GLAAD. Later, Devon Hamilton, Brayton James, and Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, plot against Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, and Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, makes an attempt to mend fences with Summer. Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, is also haunted by her past as her new medication begins to cause issues. The week wraps up with Victor giving Adam a new assignment involving Newman Media, hinting at more intriguing developments. Get all your daily Young and the Restless spoilers and news here and stay tuned for updates on your favorite characters' fates. The week of July 8 to 12 promises to be one of emotional turmoil, heart-wrenching moments, and intense confrontations on the Young and the Restless. As Genoa City residents continue to navigate through their personal struggles, Sharon's downward spiral reaches a breaking point, while Adam finds himself drowning in self-hatred. The tensions rise as their paths cross with others, setting the stage for drama and difficult decisions that will leave viewers on the edge of their seats. Sharon's spiraling struggles. Sharon Newman has always been a rock for many of her loved ones, offering a listening ear and a steady shoulder to lean on. But this week, it is clear that the weight of her own emotional burdens is becoming too heavy to bear. Sharon's internal conflict and self-doubt will continue to grow as she faces an overwhelming sense of helplessness in her fight against her mental health challenges. Sharon has long been haunted by the trauma of her past, and though she's done everything she can to keep a sense of stability in her life, the recent string of events have pushed her to the edge. The unraveling of her relationship with Ray, coupled with the mounting pressures of her own personal demons, will cause Sharon to lose her grip on the calm facade she's so carefully built over the years. As the week unfolds, Sharon will struggle to maintain her composure. She will attempt to put on a brave face for her loved ones, especially her children and Nick, but her cracks are starting to show. Her mental health will take a significant hit when she is confronted with the reality of her situation. Sharon's downward spiral becomes undeniable, and she will begin to isolate herself from those closest to her, too embarrassed to admit the full extent of her suffering. Sharon's internal battle is becoming more complex by the day. She will try to ignore her dark thoughts and fears, but in doing so, her internal torment will only intensify. Sharon is a character who has fought tirelessly to build herself back up time and time again, but the devastating feelings she's facing right now threaten to break her. In a heart-wrenching scene, Sharon will be unable to hide her emotional pain when she faces an unexpected breakdown. As her anxiety and sadness reach an all-time high, Sharon's relationships with those around her, especially Nick and her family, will become strained. She will find herself at a crossroads, unsure of whether she has the strength to continue battling her mental health challenges on her own. Sharon's struggle will undoubtedly stir compassion in viewers, as many will relate to her emotional journey and the uphill battle of maintaining mental health. Will Sharon find the support she desperately needs, or is she doomed to spiral further? This week, Sharon's story will leave fans questioning what will happen next for this beloved Genoa City staple. Adam's self-loathing and despair. Meanwhile, Adam Newman will continue to be consumed by feelings of guilt, self-loathing, and regret. The complexity of Adam's character has always been defined by his inner turmoil, and his self-destructive tendencies seem to intensify each time he takes a step back from the chaos. Adam will be confronted with the harsh truth that his actions have hurt those around him in ways that are beyond repair. Adam's guilt over his actions toward Sharon, Chelsea, and even Victor will weigh heavily on him as he reflects on the choices he's made. There's no denying that Adam's ego has played a significant role in the decisions he's made in the past, but deep down, he harbors a profound sense of regret. His relationship with Sharon is a point of deep emotional conflict for Adam. Having recently crossed boundaries with her, Adam's conscience will catch up with him, and he'll begin to hate himself for causing her pain. In a pivotal moment this week, Adam will face the crushing reality that he may have forever damaged his relationship with Sharon. He'll wallow in self-hatred as he questions his capacity for love and whether he is truly capable of making amends. His internal battle will bring him to a place of darkness, where he feels isolated and hopeless, torn between the past and the present. Despite the chaos he's created in his personal life, Adam's hatred of himself will only deepen as he is confronted with the undeniable consequences of his actions. The guilt he feels will amplify his emotional distress, and he'll spiral into a dark place, unsure of how to fix the damage he's done. His bitterness toward himself is palpable, and it will lead to even more destructive choices. The inner conflict that Adam faces will take a toll on his ability to connect with others. His self-doubt will manifest in his relationships with Chelsea and his father, Victor. Both of these relationships have always been complicated, but as Adam's guilt gnaws at him, his actions will continue to push people away, further cementing his feelings of isolation. His internal anguish will soon lead him to question whether redemption is even possible for him. As Adam's despair continues to deepen, viewers will witness a man on the verge of breaking. Will Adam be able to rise above the weight of his self-loathing, or will he succumb to the darkness that threatens to consume him? The coming week promises to showcase Adam at his most vulnerable as he faces the consequences of his past decisions and tries to figure out how to reconcile with the people he's hurt. Tensions rise in Genoa City. As Sharon spirals and Adam sinks further into self-doubt, other Genoa City residents will find themselves dealing with their own crises. The intertwined relationships and personal struggles of characters like Nick, Chelsea, and Ray will create a web of emotional turmoil throughout the week. Nick Newman, who has always been Sharon's unwavering support system, will find himself in a difficult position. As he watches Sharon's emotional struggle unfold, Nick will try to step in and help. However, his attempts to console her will be met with resistance. Sharon's refusal to open up about her feelings will create tension between them. Nick will have to decide whether to keep pushing for Sharon to confront her issues or respect her need for space. No matter what choice he makes, he knows that Sharon is slipping away from him, and it will break his heart. At the same time, Chelsea Lawson will continue to struggle with her own emotional turmoil. As Adam's past actions weigh on her, Chelsea will grapple with her feelings of betrayal and hurt. She'll try to be the strong, independent woman she's known for, but the shadows of her past with Adam will loom over her. Chelsea will find herself at a crossroads, questioning whether she can ever truly trust Adam again after everything that has happened. Ray Rosel's relationship with Sharon will also be tested in the coming week. As Sharon's emotional distress becomes harder to ignore, Ray will have to determine how he can best support her, despite the strain their relationship is under. Can Ray help Sharon heal from her mental health challenges, or will their issues continue to pull them apart? All of these characters are woven together by the tension that exists between their pasts and presents. As Sharon spirals and Adam descends into self-loathing, the ripple effects are felt across Genoa City. Secrets will be uncovered, relationships will be tested, and painful decisions will need to be made. Will Sharon struggles define her future? As we head toward the week of July 8 to 12, Sharon's emotional spiral will become the focus of many key moments. Her vulnerability will be on full display, and viewers will witness Sharon at one of her lowest points. However, it's important to remember that Sharon has always been a fighter. While she's currently at rock bottom, her resilience and determination may allow her to rise above her struggles. Will she find the support she needs to heal, or will the pressures of her life push her beyond repair? Adam's path to redemption? As for Adam, the burning question on everyone's mind is whether he can redeem himself, and his struggle to make things right with those he's hurt is consuming him. Will he find the courage to ask for forgiveness, or will his actions continue to drive a wedge between him and the people he cares about? Only time will tell if Adam can break free from the darkness that clouds his mind and soul. What's next for Genoa City? As the week unfolds, expect shocking twists and turns that will leave viewers wanting more. From Sharon's emotional unraveling to Adam's self-destructive spiral, the characters of the young and the restless are set to face challenges that will change their lives forever. Whether they rise or fall depends on the choices they make and the consequences that follow. Get ready for a week filled with emotional upheaval, powerful confrontations, and pivotal moments that will have you glued to your screen. Sharon and Adam's storylines are about to reach a boiling point, and no one in Genoa City will remain untouched. The stakes have never been higher, and this week promises to deliver all the drama fans crave. As Sharon and Adam navigate their personal crises, the rest of Genoa City is never far behind. Relationships, power struggles, and emotional stakes continue to escalate as these characters try to make sense of their world, with one crisis following another. While Sharon's spiraling and Adam's self-loathing dominate much of the week's drama, other characters are also experiencing their own set of challenges and moments of growth. Nick's efforts to help Sharon. As Sharon's mental health continues to unravel, Nick Newman is struggling to find the right balance between being there for her and not overstepping his boundaries. Having always been Sharon's protector and partner, Nick knows her better than anyone. But seeing her go through such turmoil brings out a feeling of helplessness in him that he's not used to. He'll go to great lengths to make sure she knows he's there for her, even though she's pulling away. In a moment of vulnerability, Nick will confront Sharon about her behavior, questioning if she's okay and urging her to get the help she needs. But Sharon, fiercely independent and prideful, will not respond well to his concerns. Her sense of failure will be magnified by the pressure of having to explain her emotional turmoil, and she'll struggle to admit that she can't handle things on her own anymore. Nick's frustration will start to show as he pushes harder, determined to make sure Sharon gets the care she deserves. However, Nick will soon realize that Sharon's spiral is far deeper than he anticipated, and his usual methods of support may not be enough. As Sharon continues to keep her pain to herself, Nick may find himself at a crossroads. Can he respect her need for space, or does he risk alienating her by pushing too hard? Chelsea's struggle to move on. Chelsea Lawson, who has been walking a fine line with Adam for months, will continue to struggle with her feelings of betrayal. Adam's actions have left her reeling, and while she tries to maintain a sense of stability for herself and her son, Connor, she can't seem to shake the hurt Adam caused her. With their relationship hanging in the balance, Chelsea will face some tough decisions this week about whether to stay in Genoa City or leave for a fresh start. Chelsea's ability to forgive Adam is tested once again, but this time, it may feel like too much to bear. Her relationship with Adam was always one fraught with challenges, but now, with the additional weight of his betrayal and lies, it seems like they may be at an impasse. As Adam drowns in his self-loathing, Chelsea will have to decide whether his guilt is enough for her to consider rebuilding their bond. As the week goes on, Chelsea will begin to focus more on Connor's future and his emotional well-being. The state of her relationship with Adam will no longer be her top priority. She'll instead decide to pour more energy into creating a stable, loving environment for her son. This shift in focus will make it even more difficult for Adam to win back her trust, especially as she begins to see him as a man who is too broken to give her the love and stability she craves. Victor's response to Adam's despair. Victor Newman, ever the patriarch of the Newman family, will continue to see Adam's spiral as a threat to his family's legacy. While Victor has always had a complicated relationship with his son, he is rarely one to stand by and let Adam fall apart, especially when his failure could harm the Newman name. Victor's determination to control every situation in his orbit will see him trying to guide Adam back onto a path of success. But his heavy-handed approach might only drive his son further away. Victor's complex feelings toward Adam will be tested as he seeks to control his son's self-destructive behavior. He'll attempt to play the role of the understanding father, offering advice and support in the form of tough love. It's clear that Victor doesn't fully understand the depth of Adam's despair. As the week progresses, Victor's pressure on Adam will only worsen his guilt, causing Adam to feel trapped between his need for approval from his father and his own mental anguish. Victor's stubbornness and inability to see beyond his own ego may cause friction not only with Adam but with others in the Newman family. As Adam spirals, Victor may unintentionally make matters worse by pushing him to succeed rather than offering genuine emotional support. Expect some tense moments between father and son as they confront one another over their painful history, with Adam rebelling against his father's attempts to control his life. Phyllis and Jack's dynamic shifts. Meanwhile, the Phyllis and Jack Abbott dynamic will continue to shift as both characters try to navigate the waters of their personal lives. Phyllis, who has spent much of the year trying to regain control over her business and personal relationships, will find herself facing another test of her emotional resilience. With Jack being one of the few people who consistently stands by her, the bond between them will deepen in unexpected ways. Jack, ever the supportive figure in Phyllis's life, will offer his assistance in helping her take on a new challenge, but the tension between their unresolved feelings could complicate things. While they may be able to work together effectively, the underlying emotional current between them will always be present. Phyllis may begin to wonder if she's ready to take a step back from her chaotic life and focus more on the people who matter most, Jack being at the top of that list. But with so many complications in both their professional and personal lives, will they be able to finally acknowledge the feelings that have been brewing for years? As Phyllis and Jack's partnership grows, they will face new challenges that could push them into uncharted territory. Will they finally give in to their mutual attraction, or will their unresolved pasts tear them apart once again? This week promises to show just how much these two characters have changed, and whether their bond is strong enough to survive the turbulent times ahead. Ray and Sharon, is there a future for them? Amid all the chaos, Ray Rosales is also caught in a web of confusion as he navigates his relationship with Sharon. With Sharon spiraling, Ray's frustration grows as he struggles to get through to her. He wants to be the one to support her, to help her find her way back, but he doesn't know how to approach the situation. Sharon's refusal to confront her own pain is the root of Ray's struggle. He is a man who thrives on order and rational thinking, and Sharon's emotional breakdown is something he's not fully prepared for. Ray's conflict will come to a head this week, as he realizes that Sharon's struggles may be something beyond his ability to fix. While he deeply cares for Sharon, he will begin to question whether their relationship can survive this latest challenge. Their marriage is already strained due to the many emotional hurdles they faced, and Sharon's current mental state only exacerbates their issues. As much as Ray wants to be there for her, he will begin to feel more and more powerless in the face of her emotional crisis. Is this the end for Ray and Sharon? Their relationship will be tested this week in ways neither of them expected. As Sharon continues to spiral, Ray may have to decide whether he can continue supporting her or if it's time for him to step back and reevaluate what's best for both of them. Conclusion: a week full of heartbreak, tension, and drama. The week of July 8 to 12 promises to be one of emotional reckoning for many of the residents of Genoa City. Sharon's battle with her mental health will deepen, pushing her to the edge, while Adam's self-loathing continues to drive him further into despair. As the week progresses, we will see pivotal moments for these characters, moments that could change the course of their futures. Relationships will be tested, secrets will be exposed, and choices made in moments of vulnerability will have lasting consequences. As always, The Young and the Restless keeps its audience on the edge of their seats, offering drama, heartbreak, and unexpected twists at every turn. What will become of Sharon and Adam? Can they both overcome their personal demons and find a way to heal, or will they succumb to their inner darkness? Only time will tell, but one thing is for certain. This week's episodes will leave fans with plenty to talk about long after Adam in the middle of their personal crisis. The emotional stakes for everyone in Genoa City continue to rise. It's not just the usual battles for power or business dominance. This week, it's the inner turmoil of these beloved characters that drives the narrative forward. As relationships shift and characters take stock of where they stand in the wake of their past choices, there will be moments of reckoning, explosive confrontations, and life-altering decisions. Billy and Lily's growing relationship under scrutiny. Amid all the emotional chaos that surrounds Sharon and Adam, Billy Abbott and Lily Winters will face their own challenges in their developing relationship. Although Billy's character has evolved over the years, his impulsive tendencies and unpredictable behavior are never far behind. As he and Lily begin to grow closer, their bond will be tested by the complicated dynamics of their professional and personal lives. Lily, known for her calm demeanor and rationality, will find herself questioning whether her growing feelings for Billy are worth the risk. Billy's history of mistakes, from his personal and professional setbacks to the many broken relationships, hangs over their potential happiness like a dark cloud. She's seen firsthand how Billy can spiral out of control when things get difficult, and she knows she must keep her guard up to protect herself from getting hurt. However, Lily's own emotions will complicate things. She may find herself feeling torn between trusting Billy's sincerity and doubting whether she's walking into yet another volatile situation. The chemistry between them is undeniable, but this week, Lily will have to confront her reservations head-on and make a decision about whether to move forward with Billy or pull away from the uncertainty. For Billy, his growing feelings for Lily are forcing him to confront his own demons. While he may want to prove to Lily that he's a changed man, he'll quickly realize that his past mistakes are never far behind, especially with the Newman family always watching. As Billy strives to be the man Lily deserves, he'll need to decide how much he's willing to sacrifice to prove he's serious about their relationship. Will Billy and Lily's romance make it through the emotional firestorm that seems to be engulfing Genoa City, or will their relationship implode under the pressure of their individual fears and insecurities? This week is pivotal for this couple's future, and their journey will have major consequences. Tessa and Mariah's future at a crossroads. Tessa Porter and Maria Copeland's relationship will also come under the microscope as the week of July 8 to 12 plays out. After facing so many ups and downs, from their engagement to Mariah's struggles with infertility, the couple is now confronted with a future full of uncertainty. The strain on their bond has been building for a while, and now they'll be forced to confront whether they're truly on the same path or if they're moving in different directions. Tessa has always been Mariah's support system, but her own desires and dreams are beginning to take precedence in her life. She'll find herself grappling with a conflict of interest, balancing her ambitions with her role as Mariah's partner. Maria, on the other hand, has been trying to manage her grief over the failed attempt at having a child, and as the emotional pressure increases, she begins to question whether she's been fully honest with herself about what she needs from her relationship. This week, Tessa and Mariah will face moments where their commitment to each other is tested. While they've been through so much together, the complexities of their personal struggles will make it clear that they may need to take a step back and reflect on what their future holds. Will their love for one another be enough to overcome the obstacles in their way, or will they find themselves growing apart? This week will set the stage for whether their future is as strong as their past, or if it's time for them to go their separate ways. Kyle and Summer, the wedding that almost was. As if there weren't enough emotional turmoil already, Kyle Abbott and Summer Newman will continue to struggle with their relationship dynamics, especially after the emotional fallout from their interrupted wedding plans. The question of whether they should go through with their wedding after everything that has happened is going to be a focal point this week. Summer, who has always been the more logical of the two, will begin to question whether she and Kyle are truly ready to make a lifelong commitment, especially after the betrayals and secrets that have come to light in recent months. Kyle, on the other hand, is torn between his love for Summer and his overwhelming loyalty to his family. The Abbott family's internal strife, the tension with his mother, Dina, and the fallout from his past actions will all add layers of complexity. Is he truly ready to make such a monumental step with Summer, or are they simply caught up in the idea of a perfect life that no longer exists? As the week progresses, Kyle and Summer will have deep conversations that force them to evaluate their future together. Will they come to a decision about whether they should marry, or will they delay it indefinitely? Their future will depend on their ability to communicate openly and honestly about their fears, desires, and expectations. Phyllis and Jack, a wild card romance. With all the other emotional chaos unfolding, Phyllis Summers and Jack Abbott will find themselves continuing to navigate their evolving dynamic. Their history is fraught with tension, passion, and betrayal, but as their partnership grows, Phyllis and Jack may be finally ready to acknowledge that there is something real between them. Jack will continue to be a steady force in Phyllis's life, always there to help her pick up the pieces after one of her many emotional or business-related disasters. As Phyllis faces challenges in both her personal and professional life, Jack's presence will be one of the few constants she can rely on. However, the attraction between them is undeniable, and it won't be long before Phyllis begins to wonder if it's time to take a chance on a relationship with Jack again. While Phyllis has always been fiercely independent, she has learned over the years that sometimes vulnerability can lead to unexpected opportunities for growth. Will Phyllis and Jack finally take the plunge and give romance another shot, or will the ghosts of their past prevent them from ever truly moving forward? The fallout from Sharon and Adam's turmoil. While much of the week focuses on relationships in flux, it's Sharon and Adam who are at the emotional center of the week's storylines. Sharon's spiraling will send shockwaves throughout Genoa City, and Adam's self-loathing will make him even more desperate for redemption. Their emotional breakdowns will have wide-reaching consequences for those around them, especially Nick and Chelsea. Nick will be left picking up the pieces of Sharon's emotional wreckage, trying his best to support her without pushing her away. But as Sharon isolates herself more and more, Nick may find himself questioning whether his attempts to help her are futile. Meanwhile, Adam's journey towards self-redemption will be marred by his inability to forgive himself. He will become increasingly withdrawn and lost in his own guilt, unable to find the peace he so desperately needs. The impact of Sharon and Adam's struggles will not only affect their personal relationships, but will also have professional ramifications. Their unraveling will influence the power dynamics within Newman Enterprises, with both Sharon's work and Adam's role within the family at stake. Will they be able to maintain their positions in the business world, or will their personal turmoil begin to take a toll on their professional lives? Conclusion: unresolved emotions and complicated futures. As the week of July 8 to 12 progresses, the young and the restless will continue to serve up emotional highs and lows that will have viewers hooked. Whether it's Sharon's spiraling mental health, Adam's descent into self-loathing, or the shifting dynamics between Billy and Lily, Kyle and Summer, and Tessa and Mariah, the show promises a week of intense drama and unexpected twists. Will the characters be able to confront their inner demons, repair their relationships, and find their way forward? Or will the weight of their past choices continue to haunt them, leaving them stuck in a cycle of emotional pain? As Genoa City holds its breath, fans will eagerly await the next chapter of these tangled storylines. One thing is for sure: the young and the restless never disappoints when it comes to delivering high-stakes drama and unforgettable moments.